Hi, today we are diving into a subject that will make your Playwright test even more flexible, adding a custom property in the config file. So if you have been using Playwright, you already know it's a fabulous tool for end-to-end testing. But what about if you want to add some custom field, like a base API URL in your test? So let's stick to this video and I'll show you how to do it. So we are already create a demo project for Playwright with TypeScript, and as you can see out of the box, Playwright let us set some essential options like base URL, workers, a retry, and other options. But if you want to add a new property that Playwright does not recognize by default, like a basic API, a base API URL, the thing we have to do is we to extend a class called Playwright test config, where all those properties are defined, and add our own. So we'll do it by first create a file, a new file there. We can call it project test config, and the class in here will extend the Playwright test config file. And what we will do is to add other field to the use object. So we'll do it by first reuse the Playwright original object, the use original object in the Playwright test config, and then add the custom property we want. So here we have to import the function. We have to import this function, and now we are ready to add what our custom field. So for example, we can have a base API URL will be of type string. We can have maybe an object for an authentication, if that's something we have in our project. So we can have a maybe client ID. Will be of type string, and also a client secret of type string too. So we can see that when we define the property, we can have also custom object, not just native type. So now we need to go back to the Playwright config object, and in here we have to modify a little bit this file. So the config object will be of type project task config we just defined. So we have to modify this part a little bit. At the end, we remove the parenthesis too, and we have to export the config. And then if we come back to the use object, we can then add the new property that will be recognized. So for example, in there we can set a base API URL will be this string, and we can also add a config object, will be your client ID or your client secret. So don't forget to close the object. So yeah, that's it. We have successfully added the new property into the config object. And normally what we should do is we have our environment file in there. So when we read the environment, normally we should be able to set those values. So for example, the client secret should be kept secret, so it cannot be accessed in a repository, for example. So if we come back to the test to see how it works, so we can choose maybe these example tests we have in here, and try to print the new object we have defined. So for example, we can ask to log the base URL, and we can also ask to log for the config auth. So we can try this too to just see how that it works. So we start the debug session, and if we go to the console and we execute the next statement, we can see that the property have been correctly recognized and the value is correctly set. So that's it. That's how we can set these custom property and use them in your test. So we are now reached the end of the video where I'll show you how to add custom properties in your Playwright config file. So if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Playwright tips and tricks. And let me know if there's any other subject you want me to cover on Playwright. Cheers.